Hello again, everyone. I'm not going to show a finished card today, but I am going to do a bit of a tutorial really on colouring. A, doing it, and B, rescuing it. I coloured these two birds for a card for a friend of mine, so I'm going to give her the card when it's put together tomorrow evening. We're going out to dinner, but I don't want to show you because she watches the channel, so I have to be careful. I found that these particular images, these are from Global Land, bought them on Amazon. I think they're such fun, but they're really quite hard to colour because the lines are quite fine. Can you see? They're really quite fine. They've been rescued, and there's another couple here that have also been rescued. Can you see? Can you see where I've rescued them? I don't think you can. So I'm going to do a quick tutorial on A, colouring, and B, rescuing. So I've got those two stamps on blocks here, so I'll just go with one of them. Let's go with the smaller one. I'm going to ink it with, well, before we even start that, you have to consider your cardstock. I use silkweave linen, and it's beautiful cardstock, but for lots of stamping like this, I will use the reverse side, which is flat. The texture is on the front, the reverse side is smooth. So that's the side I'm using for my stamping. However, sometimes the reverse side is a little more porous than the front. So if it's a little more porous, there's more tendency for pens to bleed. And that's what happened with these. The alcohol pens bled outside the lines. I went up to it very, very gently, but as it just sat there, the ink moved and went outside the lines, and that's what I had to get rid of. So let's start from the beginning. First one, think about the card you're using. Test it maybe first to see if it is incredibly porous. Some cards, some cardstock, they don't blend very well when you're trying to use alcohol pens. The colour sinks straight in. It doesn't stay fluid on the top. So when you come to try and blend, the two won't mix. So that's another thing to consider. So play with your card and find out what it does. So first thing, I'm going to stamp it, or ink it, should I say, VersaFine Clair. And you can see it's really fine lines, but I've got, excuse me, I've got my clear embossing powder at the ready because alcohol pens will smear VersaFine Clair ink. So make sure it's got plenty on. Stamp onto my piece of cardstock. I am going to cut this out as I did those. And I call it cutting out, not fussy cutting. That really irritates me. I don't know why it should. I'm a grumpy old woman, I know it. But why call it fussy cutting? It's just cutting out, isn't it? You're cutting it out. Somebody somewhere coined this phrase and everybody jumped on it like a huge bandwagon. I'm just going to heat set that now. The reason for clear embossing my stamped images is threefold, really. One, it seals the ink so that alcohol pens won't smear them. Two, it gives a lovely shiny finish to the black line. And three, it gives a slight barrier at the edge of the shape, which just helps you to keep inside the lines. Okay, so let me now just get a couple of pens. I've got a couple of blues here, a bit like this one. I don't know if they're the same ones I used there or not. I think they probably are. So I've got G, a couple of blues, and they're green. G326, which is called bright blue, and G322, which is called Pale Aqua Mint. Right, now I discovered that when colouring this particular set of images, which I say have very, very fine lines, the touch that you needs to be really, really light, really gentle, and just sort of feather. I'm going to make a purposeful mistake going over the lines so I can show you how I deal with it, but for the most part I'm just going to go very gently. These little feathery bits just glide over the top. Hardly anything at all, and it's surprising how much ink will come out. Sometimes it's easier to start from the pointy bit and work back rather than trying to end on a pointy bit. Okay, let's go around here. There's a little pointy bit, another little pointy bit. Round this line here, which is a smooth line, it's easier to go in one sweep, and then soften the edges by just going up a little bit like this so that it's not one harsh line. This is the darker of the two shades. Let's go around here. Just basically doing the edges. I will make a boo-boo in a minute, I promise. Okay, let's go around the beak. Just a little bit. Very gentle lines. Now, I'm going to use the lighter one to go over the rest and blend the join. There we go. Now, what should I do? I'll make a boo-boo on the legs, perhaps, because that's quite tricky down there. I've got this dark yellow YR1 to do the legs with, and they're very, very skinny. So the chances are if you're going to go outside the line somewhere, this is where it'll happen. So now I've managed that without, but let me just do a little bit over the edge so that I can do the remedy. Can you see that? I'll bring it in closer so you can see. There's let's do it on both legs. Another one there, outside the line, and we don't want those blobs outside the line. So my remedy is this. You can try going over with a gel pen, but a gel pen, a white gel pen, the colour will often bleed through it and it will become, you know, discoloured. It won't look white, it won't stay white. So that's where this bleed-proof white comes in. So what I do is I get an extremely fine paintbrush. Got some in here. There's a little tiny one here. Can you see that? Hold it against there. It's very, very fine. So I just wet my brush. Open the bleed-proof white. Just get a little onto my brush. Now this is kind of thick and a little bit clumpy. So I'm just going to use the lid of here as a little palette, and I want sufficient consistency for it to cover the alcohol marker, but fluid enough to flow as I'm working. So here we go. Very gently just go over the bit that was outside the lines, and that's all it is. That will naturally dry, and when it's dry it will be free of the blotch. There we go. There's some here on this one, there's some on the side on this one, but if you've enjoyed colouring, and you like to do it, and then you're nearing the end and suddenly you go outside the line, you think, oh my goodness. So I hope that helped. Short and sweet today, but I'm going to get on now and complete my card for my friend. I will finish this, but if you are dealing with really fine lines, a few tips there. Clear emboss them with clear embossing powder. Use a very, very, very light touch. Go from a point into the main body of thing rather than trying to bring your marker towards the end of the point. And if you do go outside the lines, use some of Dr. Martin's Bleed Proof White. So there we go. Hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching, and come back and see me very soon.